Why does GTA feel like home? What if I told you that it actually depicts what's actually going on in the world today? Well, to be more precise, it depicts a version of America. It doesn't just depict a certain version of America, it ruthlessly mocks it. Now, the GTA series are a sharp satirical critique on the modern world. The American dream. In GTA, the entire narrative is a twisted version of the rags to riches story. So you don't succeed through hard work and integrity, but through crime, betrayal, and ruthless ambition. So it comments on the idea that in a hyper-capitalist society, crime is just another form of ambitious business. Consumerism and media. The in-game radio, TV, and internet are packed with parodies of real-life phenomena. They mock everything from reality TV stars and social media influencers to hypocritical politicians, militarized police, fast food, tech cultures, and the absurdity of consumerism. By listening to Weasel News or watching Republican Space Rangers, you're engaging with the distorted but recognizable critique of our own media landscape. Modern anxieties. Characters constantly complain about the cost of living, terrible jobs, corrupt systems, and the meaninglessness of modern life. Look at Trevor, for example. But anyway, these are real frustrations that players can relate to even if they don't act in them. So beneath the criminal super heists and chaos, the protagonists often have deeply human motivations. Let's look at Franklin, for example, from GTA 5. Now, he represents the struggle to escape a dead-end life in a toxic environment, while in a better future, a very relatable desire for upward mobility, even if his methods are extreme. Or let's look at Michael, still GTA 5. A middle-aged man suffering a midlife crisis, stuck in a loveless family, bored with his suburban life, and haunted by his past. He embodies the theme of being trapped by the very dream you thought you wanted. And then we've got Nico from GTA 4. His story is a tragic tale of immigration, chasing the American dream, and being haunted by the drama of his past. His quest for revenge and his internal conflict about his violent life are deeply human struggles. The world of GTA, Los Santos, Liberty City, etc., are painstakingly crafted to feel alive and reactive even when you're not directly interacting with it. So your authentic environments, the cities are parodies. So let's look at Los Santos, Los Angeles, right? Vice City, Miami. But they are built with an incredible attention to detail, like the architecture, the geography, the weather, and the distinct cultures of different neighborhoods. Pedestrians have their own routines. They have phone conversations, they argue with each other, they go to work and react to your actions with surprise, fear, or anger. This makes the world feel like it exists independently of you. The cars, clothes, music, and brands are all direct parodies of real-world equivalents, like driving a D-Class A, that's a Chevrolet, while listening to a parody of a right-wing talk radio host in a suit from a high-end store makes the world feel familiar and grounded, doesn't it? Like I said earlier, we've got Weasel News, which is just like every other news station that's out there. So the game world operates on rules that mirror our own, making the consequences of action feel tangible. I mean, the wanted system, while exaggerated, is a direct parallel to a real-life law enforcement. Commit a crime, the police will come. Escalate the crime and you get SWAT, the FBI, and the military, etc. This creates a cause and effect relationship with the world. You need money for everything. Cars, clothes, weapons, property. This drives the gameplay and mirrors the real-world pressure to earn a living. I mean, there's even the ability to hang out with friends, go on dates, and manage relationships, however shallow in the game, but it still mimics real-world social dynamics. GTA is deeply connected to real life through the pop culture it references, like let's look at the movies. The stories are heavily inspired by iconic crime films, like Scarface, Goodfellas, Heat, and Carlito's Way. For players familiar with these films, the connection to a stylized yet real version of the criminal underworld is immediate. I mean, we've even got the music. The soundtracks are cultural, with real music from specific eras and genres instantly evoking a time and place in the real world. I mean, we've got Vice City, which plays 80s pop, we've got Thriller, etc., and all of that. And I mean, we've got West Coast hip hop music in San Andreas. In essence, Grand Theft Auto is connected to real life because it uses exaggeration, satire, and a meticulously crafted world to hold a funhouse mirror up to our own society. It amplifies our anxieties, mocks our absurdities, and explores the dark side of the American dream, all while providing a playground that feels strangely authentic in its own chaos. Now, if they're putting real things into the game, ain't it safe to say that we can use this to benefit too? Like, 1. The power of your mindset, also known as the mission, if you're going to think about it in the game. Okay, let's actually get into the game. So, you're constantly given objectives. You plan your route, acquire the necessary tools, a faster car, better weapons, and execute, often adapting to unexpected obstacles. Life application: define your mission, break down your big, daunting goals, get a better job, get fit, etc. Just for example, into specific actionable missions. Instead of get fit, your mission is to go for a 30-minute walk today, or a 30-minute run today, or whatever, or meal prep for the week or something. Gather your resources. What do you need to complete your mission? New skills, a better resume, a gym membership. Be intentional about acquiring what you need. Embrace the fall and retry. In GTA, failing a mission isn't the end, it's a lesson. You learn the patterns, adjust your strategy, and try again. Apply this to life. A failed job interview or a botched project isn't a final game over. It's a reload, a respawn. Analyze what went wrong and try it again with a new approach. 2. Strategic resource and financial management. In the game, you don't succeed by just doing missions. You have to manage your money, buy property for passive income, invest in ammo and armor, and not blow all your cash on a single supercar that you're gonna immediately wreck anyway. Life application: invest in assets, not just liabilities. The game teaches you to buy assets, safe houses, businesses that generates more money. In life, this translates to investing in things that grow your wealth, education, skills, actual spending on depreciating items. Always have a health buffer. Well, always have a buffer. In the game, you stock up on armor and snacks before a big fight. In life, this is your emergency fund, your support network, and your physical or mental health. Maintaining this buffer allows you to take on bigger challenges without being wiped out by a single setback. 3. Situational awareness and adaptability. Now, in the game, you are constantly scanning the environment. You're watching for cops, navigating traffic, and anticipating threats. And if a route is blocked, you instantly find a new one. Now, life application: scan your environment. Be aware of the rules and dynamics of your workplace, social circles, and personal projects. Who are the key players? What are the potential pitfalls? This isn't about paranoia, but about being observant and proactive. Pivot quickly. When life throws an obstacle in your path, like a project gets cancelled, a plan falls through, or whatever, don't just rage and give up. Like swerving onto the sidewalk to avoid traffic, be willing to adapt your plan to find a creative new way to make it work. 4. The importance of a diverse skill set. Now, in the game, your character improves at driving, shooting, and stamina the more you practice them. A one-dimensional character is a weak one. Now, life application: grind your skill stats. Dedicate time to deliberately improving both hard skills and soft skills. This could be anything like coding, writing, public speaking. That's hard skills. Soft skills would be like empathy, negotiation, and stamina through exercise. You gotta understand that you are the protagonist, and leveling up your real life stats is the most important quest. 5. Choose your crew wisely. Now, in the game, in heists specifically, Your choice of crew members directly impacts the mission's difficulty and success. A cheap, unreliable hacker will cause problems. A skilled, expensive one makes the job way more smoother. Life application. Invest in quality relationships. Surround yourself with people who are competent, reliable, and have skills that complement your own. Don't cut corners on your personal or professional crew. Investing in good relationships pays dividends in reduced stress and increased success, much like a skill high streak. 6. Understand the want level and consequences. In the game, causing chaos attracts police. The more trouble you cause, the heavier the response. Eventually, you have to lay low or face the overwhelming force. Life application, manage your reputation. In real life, your actions have social and professional consequences. Burning bridges, acting unethically, or causing drama raises your social wanted level. There's a time to be assertive, but understand that persistent negative behavior will eventually bring an overwhelming force of professional and personal fallout. Know when to lay low. After a major setback or premium of high stress, it's okay and often wise to take a break, recover, and let things cool down before making your next move. The ultimate lesson. You are the protagonist of your own story. Now, GTA places you in a vast open world and says your story is what you make of it. You can follow the main quest line, get lost in the side activities, or just even explore. In life, you have the same agency. You can follow a preset path, but you also have the freedom to explore, take on new challenges, and define what success means to you. The game is a metaphor for proactive living. In summary, stop being an NPC in your own life. Define your missions, manage your resources, adapt to chaos, level up your skills, choose your crew wisely, and understand the consequences of your own actions. And that's how you beat the game of real life. Now, GTA isn't important because it teaches you to drive fast or how to use a rocket launcher. It's important because it serves as a dynamic, interactive metaphor for navigating complex systems, making strategic decisions, and understanding human ambition. It's a safe, consequence-free simulator for life skills that are hard to practice in the real world. The real world is a complex system of economics, social hierarchies, and cause and effect. GTA models this perfectly. So every action has a reaction. A reckless decision forces you into a frantic reactive mode. A strategic decision creates long-term stability. So applying this means you stop seeing your career, finances, and relationships as isolated events. You start seeing them as interconnected systems. You ask, if I take this job, what doors would it open? What doors would it close? If I spend this money now, what future option does it eliminate? You become the strategist in your own life, not just a participant. In GTA, failure is a core mechanic. You fail a mission, you reload, and try again with new knowledge. Failure is not a final state. It's data collection. It teaches you about the environment, your opponent's patterns, and your own limitations. So, the mindset inoculates you against the fear of failure. A rejected job application, a failed project, is literally just a mission failed screen. It's not game over. You analyze what happened, what went wrong, adjust your strategy, and press retry. This builds relentless resilience. The open world structure screams one thing. You are the driver of your own experience. You can follow the story, or you can go off and build a fortune in the stock market, or become a taxi driver, or just explore the world. You are not an NPC in your own life. You have agency. You can set your own goals and define your own win conditions, whether that's creative fulfillment, financial freedom, or deep relationships. Most people live reactively, waiting for things to happen to them. Applying the GTA mindset means you seize the controller. You stop saying, I wish something would happen, and you start creating your own missions. You become the protagonist and not the bystander. GTA constantly forces you to manage limited resources like your time, your health, ammunition, money, while under pressure from the cops, rivals, and the clock. So, success depends on your ability to allocate your finite resources effectively towards your goals, especially when stressed. This is the core of adult life. Do you spend your time indulging in entertainment, or are you skill building? Do you spend your paycheck on instant gratification or on an investment? GTA trains you to think tactically about these choices. The game allows you to explore the dark side of the American dream, the idea that any ambition is justified if you're successful. So the narrative forces you to reflect. At what cost does success come? Are you willing to make sacrifices? The most memorable characters are often trapped by the consequences of their own ambitions. So this isn't about becoming a criminal. It's about developing critical self-awareness. It makes you question your own drives. Why do you want what you want? Is your pursuit of success costing you your health, your relationships, your integrity? It holds a mirror to your own ambition. In essence, GTA is important for you because you're not just playing a game, you are engaging with a complex interactive philosophy of life. You are taking the underlying operating system of the game, its emphasis on strategy, agency, systems thinking, and resilience, and installing it into your own mindset. The knowledge you've gained is a framework of proactive, strategic, and resilient living. You're using the virtual world of Los Santos as a training ground for the real world. That's not just playing a game, that's turning experience into wisdom. Let's just say Rockstar tries to remind you that you're the rockstar. So thank you for watching my video. You already know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification button and stick around. There's more gems in the ground.